Good day and welcome to episode 5 of my space exploration gameplay series for Factorio. So, what's new and what's about this episode? First of all, I have finally pumped up my power production completely. We got a full array of 20 boilers and 40 steam engines running for our expansion. I also set up the smelter columns. We're going to visit them in a hot minute. And I have prepared all the stuff that I need to supply the smelter columns. There's been a bit of technology dits and dats in between, nothing worth to be mentioned so far. Today, I'm going to go and create some mining outposts for this and that field, and we're going to go into exploration, and we're going to find, well, a good spot for the upcoming mega factory that we're going to build ourselves. So that's that. Let's get started. And I just want to point down towards the comment section real quickly. You'll find my second Let's Play channel there. Please subscribe. Once that thing hits 1,000 subscribers, I'll be publishing a lot more Let's Play videos than I'm currently per day, because right now YouTube doesn't let me publish more just with one channel alone. So let me help you and help me, and you know the drill. So I've also automated my power poles. I hope you guys are proud of me. Jokes aside, I also have built up a little bit of a street building department. We're really well set up by now. I don't have to handcraft most things anymore. The only few things that we have to handcraft are fast inserters and basically everything involving electric circuits, because I didn't want to go into stone tablet fabrication. Not yet. Because it's going to get replaced anyways in a short period of time. If I want to start building electronic circuits, I want to get the job done for real, not some half-baked measure. Anyways, I'm digressing. So we got to get ourselves that entire patch of ore picked up. We're going to go, though, for a solution with a twist. So, right now, we will require for the entirety of the smelter column, by the way, this is going to be a copper one, so I just want to introduce to you the necessities here. So we're going to require 15 ore per second. That means we're going to require a total amount of 30 mining machines working here non-stop, because that's exactly the amount of, machines required to get a throughput of 15 iron ore per second. This comes, though, with a bit of a catch, because, first of all, every half of the belt only carries 7.5 units of something per second. This brings us to the problem that we already have to put into factor that we'd need 15 miners on one side and 15 miners on the other side. So my usual approach is just to not give a damn about that and just have a lot of mining machines. So that's what we're going to do here. Now I'm not going to be as selective anymore as I've been before. This patch has its complicated areas, but wait a sec. Yeah, let's put it like that. I just have a bit of a bias to put them up in a certain grid. So we got now 39 mining machines. That's exactly what I like to have. This is one method. There we go. And we're going to go afterwards here through a nice balancer. This is not a professional balancing method. Not at all. But it'll lead to a bit of a tighter pack thing. Gonna introduce belt balancers and stuff in later episodes when it's actually worth hassle. Currently, this thing will be... It's just not worth the entire hassle. Because my bet is that before all of this is over, I'll be supplying the smelter columns from other mining patches. It's pretty sure about that. Okay, so actually I'm unhappy with that one. They were too close together. There we go. So we fill up one half of the belt tightly, and then we fill up the other half of the belt tightly, and then we split it up. There's the optimal way to do this would be a belt balancer, but I cannot put them up out of the back of my mind, and I don't have the necessary cookbook right now in my pocket. Also, I went for a small-scale steel production. We're going to amp that up later down the road as well. By the way, I wanted to mention that this setup that I got here is already scaled for steel furnaces. Currently, with the setup that we're running, we wouldn't need two belts here. We could do that all with one belt, because we produce 50% of the entire production here and 50% of the entire production here. So that means we could bring that up all on one belt. But we also could just not do that and have this array already usable for the steel furnaces later down the road that are just better. That's just the thought, in case you were wondering why I am building like that, because you could compactify it a little bit more than I do here. The advantage of building it like that, by the way, lies in the fact that I don't have to upgrade the input belt into red belt later. I can keep it yellow because 15 units of iron ore will flow in here, and 15 units of iron ore will flow in here, and that's going to be satisfying the steel guys. Totally. Gonna explain that a little bit more in detail later when it's time for that. So, this is a naughty little patch, isn't it? It has this little arm there. Look at that. It's a pretty annoying one. Anyways, here we're going to do the same thing we did with the other patch there. We're just going to apply mining machines in a manner that we're going to scrape out everything this field has in store. That also means that you're going to have some mining machines that are just, you know, looking a little bit silly and will run out of business very, very quickly. But this way, at least, I'm sure that I'm picking up everything here and I don't leave a scrap behind. Not necessarily a thing you need to do, but you know, it's just me. I can't stop myself. Good. Let's see. We got here 30 machines exactly. That's, for me, I personally like to oversupply. Don't ask. This way I don't have to run for every mining machine that runs dry immediately, and the whole system stays on full throughput, even if we do lose a miner or two because the patch ran dry. It's just a train of thought here, in case you were wondering. We have to expand all that a lot, because, you know, right now this is just for a small-scale production. And I really do need hand grenades as soon as possible. The trees are really getting on my nerves here. Good, so gonna apply the same methods here. And now we're going to power up these boys. And finally, we got ourselves some serious metal production. Still rookie numbers, but the best we can do in the current phase of the game. I'm very much looking forward to core mining, but we're really far away from that. The next big steps ahead will be now setting up a real lab, so we can get our hands on military-grade tech. And yeah, then we need them all. Alright. So, well, let's make that happen here. Should be working out nicely enough. Okay. There goes. It's one of my favorite things to watch. One of these things to spring into life, you know, when you start feeding the machines and finally things are starting to happen. Really love that. Okay, this also brings us to the point that we got ourselves supply of everything we need to actually build a base. Well, not quite. We still need to wire in stone, and we have to bring up steel. These things don't happen by themselves, as I see. But, well, we're well on the way there. So, for what's left now, I want to go and plug in some radar panels, because it's about time that we expand our vision range here, because, you know, it's just abysmal. Right now, we have not a single radar panel in our possession, so we might as well start here. I mean, it doesn't make much of a difference. Also, I don't have any access to large power poles yet. Fun, isn't it? So we have to run around with small power poles too. Yeah, old school. But we need to know where to go next. It's just so unavoidable right now. And I bet we're going to find biters pretty soon. I have the feeling that we're going to meet our neighbors now. And unlike my other playthroughs, this time we're playing with the real deal biters. The ones that attack your factory and whatnot. So, it's gonna be fun. Good. Hey! Call them. There we go. So here's our first friends. Luckily they're behind a lot of trees that will keep the pollution away for quite a while, but not forever. So that means we already know that we kind of like have something like a southern front. I also grow concerned about what I see here. Pollution is already miffing left and right. You know what? This gives me the absolutely immediate urge to go to my outpost and set up a little bit of something that just crafts gun turrets for me and some ammo. Just the yellow ones. It's just starting out small, but you know, I got a massive facility providing iron here, and I feel like I would be an idiot if I'd be not taking the threat here serious, you know. So, what do we need? Gear wheels too? Yeah, gear wheels too. So this is just a temporary setup. I don't want to have this as a permanent thing happening here, but, well, it'll provide with all the things that I require. I'm out of bricks? Jeez, hate that. I need to go now somewhere to get myself bricks. Yeah, such is the pain with electronic circuits. But you know what? If I remember correctly, we should be capable of just getting ourselves those made out of wood. No, I don't. Why would I need bricks for these? For the electronic circuits? Oh, interesting. So the automatic ingredient is unable to get stuff done out of wood automatically. Today I learned. Good. So fuel refining. That gives us a proper fuel refinery. But I actually am looking for oil processing. Where's the oil in this mod pack? Core mining. Advanced oil processing. Ah, I already got it. Whoopsie. Alright. Never mind me. Must have researched it without without spending a thought. Beautiful. So if I find oil somewhere. Can already unlock it. That's nice. Okay, we obviously don't need the bricks that desperately, or do we? Yes, we do. Never mind. So before I go, just let me batch up another little thing. I'm very, 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 very paranoid right now. So my entire base is defenseless. I don't like that. So we're going to spend the wealth of our iron plates into some ammo and gun turrets. I can't see anything wrong with that. Just make sure that we don't overprovide like crazy. There we go. Okay, let's fetch ourselves some bricks and keep exploring, because that's what I came for. Quite happy with my starter setup this time. Well, once I managed to not go too crazy with the total amount of preparations, yet I have the feeling that this little facility truly provides everything that I require. I really like this this one. It's one of my favorite starter setups that I've made so far. It just happens when you do it 3 or 4 times. Well, we gotta bring up a real mall. That was the real reason why I kept this mall so tiny. So let's see. Yeah, I want to get myself some things. All right, it ain't much, eh? Oh well, whatever. Should have been enough for now. So next step, I want to have my eyes on whatever's in this direction. The first few things that I always do when I'm exploring an area with radars is that I'm looking for the 4 directions: north, south, west, and east. Jeez, what a ruddy cliff. Wow, it's huge. You wait, you. The cliff explosives will come for you. Promise. Mostly I want to know now where those biters are, because that's now something that we really need to take care of. Otherwise, we're going to be in deep trouble quite quickly. That's also the reason why I am setting up a gun turret here. Just so my radar station has a chance to get defended before it gets eaten. It's also buying me a little bit of time if I need to reinforce my premises somewhere else. So what I'm really looking for now are 2 things. For one, of course, large patches of the basic resources, obviously. And for another thing, oil. Oil is now like the holy grail that we're looking for, because that will be the big expansion of our game plan, so to say. So, let's check it out. We gotta go that way. I don't think I need to dump a radar station north from me, but I will still do, because maybe the ocean right above me is not an ocean, but a puddle. Who knows? I will know once I do this, that is. Okay. That should be now close enough. Wait a sec. I don't have any radar coverage here yet. Oh, bummer. I was like, it's looking a little bit strange, isn't it? Yeah. Wait. Well, okay. So, we're gonna put one north of us too. Definitely want to have radar coverage on my power plant for sure. So yeah, we're not really spending much of our resource yet. Except for that nifty little arms race here. But I don't regret a thing. So, the raiders here. Alright, it's finally a real base. There we go. Now then, yeah, just like I was hoping, there is actually way more land above me than I thought. Brilliant. So, of course, I want to have more control now here. So we're going to plot down one radar panel that actually would be ideally on that island, I suppose, but whatever. Not gonna happen now. So we're going to put it here on the beach. Next best bet. Gotta get myself some landfill created before I can see anything happening there, but, well, whatever. So, we can see that we got ourselves some biters, jeez, biters in the southwest. Apart from that, I haven't seen anything good so far. Except for my pollution cloud wavering over this entire place. Yeah, so we have now the age of radar expansion in front of us. I really gotta get my view expanded here. Because so far, there's nothing worth expanding towards to in our sides. I mean, sure, we're just starting out. But, well, not what you're hoping to see when you're starting out your expansionary conquest, but, well. Big problem right now that I got is A, the stone that I got is not enough, and B, the iron that I got is not enough to sustain a steel and a iron production at the same time. We do need way more iron for that. Ideally, I would have a patch for each. That would be way more. Well, I like to manage my things like that, but we'll see about that. So, sulfur and plastic, probably good shots right now. Totally forgot to secure the other radar panels. Well, alright. I'm gonna rest in pieces, I guess. So, the distances we're traversing here also mean that my first real mall will have a strong focus on providing rails ASAP, because I don't want to transport that in belts anymore. This is already all way too far away from a proper belt transportation, so pretty early switch to rails, but honestly, I think you cannot switch over early enough when it comes down to long distance transportation. Trains are the best thing in the game. Okay, so here the radar panels will do their job. We've spotted some biters into that direction too. I haven't seen a scrap of uranium yet. It's also a little bit concerning. But maybe I'm just not far enough away from my spawn point. I will also set up a steel smelting facility in between the episodes, because I can already foresee that we definitely don't have another iron patch close by to make that a valid strategy, to have one iron patch for iron plates and one for steel plates. That's more than we can handle currently. So, putting up one gun turret here more than on the other front, because, you know, we're directly neighboring the biters here. And let's go deeper south. I mean, with those radar panels out there in the open, they actually don't hurt me when they get eaten. They give me the data that I need, and when they die, usually they have given me already a map of the environments there, and I don't need that more. It's totally got what I wanted when, in the first place, so... Oh! That I didn't foresee. I ran out of power poles. No. Oh, man. Luckily, we still have the wooden ones. Ugh. The cliff's being mean to me again. Alright. So, let's see. Yeah, here. Okay, that's gonna be the southernmost point of my expansion for now. We got a nice stone field, but that's that. Brilliant. So, one more staging point towards the west, one more towards the north, and then we'll have to let the scanners do their job for a while and see what we'll get there. I'm not really happy with what I've seen so far, but, well, such is life. We're going to continue in the next episode with the completed steel setup, and I'm going to set up a proper lab for the things here. I consider going for a 3 science per second lab. Probably only 2.5. Definitely more than 2. I'm not sure about that. I need to do my calculations first, and we're going to see where we'll end up with that. But the next points in the next episode we're building will be the foundation for our spaceport and the expansion towards space, so totally looking forward to that. Not so much looking forward to what I've seen here so far, but I gotta say, to the defense of these radar panels, they haven't had much time yet to do their job, so maybe I'm stressing things out too much. But I do foresee a trend that my expansion probably will go either west or east, because the southern border, well, that looks like a bigger puddle of water if you ask me. We'll see about that. Thanks for watching, everybody. I really appreciate you all having a good time here, just like me. And we're gonna see where we'll end up next time. I'm gonna provide all the stuff that I require. I think there is a good chance that I'll be building a little bit of a mining outpost here on the stone in between the episodes, so we got all the goodies together to build an actual factory, because that's way more exciting to see than just the building of mining outposts. I just wanted to have that once in an episode, because I feel like it's okay to see that once in a while. Just shouldn't be too much of a repetition. Anywho, leave comments, leave a thumbs up, come back again, leave a subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. Check out PayPal, Patreon, and buy me a coffee if you want to show some real close-up support. And if not, thank you so much for hanging out to the very end of the video. Really means a lot to me, because that means you watched the entire thing. Thanks. See you soon.